The future of wealth does not arrive with a whisper, it arrives with a signal, loud, unmistakable, and coded in data. And right now, that signal is everywhere. It pulses through market charts, through economic reports, through the digital bloodstream of global liquidity. It speaks in probabilities, correlations, moving averages, sentiment curves, volatility clusters, and algorithmic whispers. And the truth is simple, powerful, and urgent. The investor who learns to harness AI today will outrun the investor who refuses tomorrow. Not by inches, but by light years. Because we are no longer living in a world where human intuition alone can decode the markets. We are living in a world where over 328 million data points move across financial networks every second. Where hedge funds run machine learning models that simulate 10,000 market scenarios before breakfast. And where the global AI in finance market is on track to surpass 135 billion by 2030, expanding at a velocity that mirrors an unstoppable financial awakening. You can feel it. You can sense it. The rules of wealth are being rewritten in real time. For decades, beginners entered markets like people stepping into fog, guessing, hoping, reacting. But today the fog is lifting. Today AI is the lens that sharpens the world, revealing what was once invisible hidden patterns, price anomalies, macro-micro connections, and the raw psychology of the crowd. AI is not here to replace the investor, it is here to empower the strategist within you. It is the silent mentor, the unemotional navigator, the tireless analyst. And as you step into this journey, understand one thing with absolute clarity. Your portfolio is no longer a basket of assets. It is a living organism that responds to data, adapts to risk, and evolves with intelligence. And AI is the bloodstream that keeps it alive. Because this is not just a beginner's guide. This is the beginning of a new identity. Your identity as an investor built for the age of intelligent wealth. And now the story unfolds. The moment you introduce AI into your portfolio, something shifts inside you. Suddenly the market stops feeling like chaos and begins feeling like a rhythm. Complex, yes, but not incomprehensible. You start seeing patterns where others see noise. You start seeing probabilities where others see fear. This is the psychological transformation AI quietly engineers inside every serious investor. When you lean into AI tools, whether they are prediction engines, sentiment scanners, or risk models, you adopt a new mindset, the mindset of strategic calm. Because AI doesn't panic, AI doesn't hesitate, AI doesn't negotiate with fear the way the human brain does. When markets fall, AI looks for opportunity. When markets rise, AI searches for underlying cause. When markets go sideways, AI analyzes accumulation and distribution. It is a companion built not from emotion, but from logic. This matters more than ever because modern markets operate at blistering speeds. Over 90% of trading volume in US equity markets is now influenced directly or indirectly by algorithms. The average retail investor is competing against systems that evaluate a stock's fair value in less than 4 milliseconds. And while you cannot out-react machines, you can out-think your old self by using machines as your strategic advantage. That is the true essence of intelligent portfolio management. Imagine opening your dashboard and seeing not just your positions, but your risk score projected like a weather forecast. Imagine knowing the probability of your asset allocation outperforming the market under multiple scenarios. Rate cuts, oil shocks, tech rallies, geopolitical tension. Imagine having the emotional weight lifted off your shoulders, because your decisions are no longer made in the dark. They're made with AI shining a spotlight on every corner of your financial landscape. This is what AI does for beginners. It accelerates understanding. It compresses years of experience into moments of clarity. It turns the unknown into the knowable, and it teaches you a discipline that feels almost meditative. You stop chasing trades. You start managing systems. You stop asking, what should I buy? And start asking, what does the data say? That shift alone separates reactive investors from intentional ones. But the real power begins when AI aligns your portfolio with your psychology. Money isn't just numbers. Money is behavior. Money is emotion disguised as logic. Your risk tolerance, your financial timeline, your habits, your triggers. They all shape the trajectory of your wealth far more than any market event. AI understands this because AI measures you. It learns your tendencies. It recognizes when you take too much risk or when you play too safe. It becomes the mirror that reflects the investor you truly are. When you feed AI your portfolio history, your spending patterns, your reactions to market swings, it begins constructing a behavioral profile. And from that profile, it builds recommendations that align with who you are, not who you pretend to be when markets are calm. This is the secret hedge funds have known for years. The best performing portfolios are not the ones with the flashiest assets. They are the ones aligned with the investor's psychology, so perfectly that discipline becomes effortless. Once this harmony forms, the market's volatility stops feeling like a threat. It becomes a landscape. Peaks, valleys, storms, clear skies. Predictable only in their unpredictability, but navigable with the right instruments. AI is that instrument. It tracks macroeconomic forces, CPI flows, unemployment waves, rate cycles, with a cold precision that frees you from the noise. It interprets micro-behavior, volume spikes, liquidity traps, price compressions, with a clarity that shortcuts years of painful trial and error. It estimates future outcomes not as certainties, but as weighted probabilities. This is the language of intelligent investing, and slowly something profound happens. You stop fearing uncertainty. You begin respecting it. You begin managing it. You begin using it. Every beginner who embraces AI discovers this moment, the moment when investing stops being gambling and becomes a disciplined game of informed probabilities. A game where you build wealth not through luck, but through data-powered consistency. AI helps you rebalance before risk becomes danger. It helps you diversify before concentration becomes threat. It helps you adapt before the market punishes rigidity. It transforms your portfolio into something dynamic, alive, responsive, like a well-trained athlete that adjusts to every environment. And that evolution is what builds wealth over years, not days. But here lies the deeper truth. AI is not here to think for you. It is here to sharpen your thinking. It is here to awaken the strategist inside you, because the world is entering a new financial era. The next decade will not reward those who cling to old methods. It will reward those who adapt to intelligent systems. Those who understand that the future of wealth is not human versus machine. It is human amplified by machine. You are not here to compete with AI. You are here to command it. You are here to partner with it. You are here to let it reveal the version of you capable of extraordinary financial clarity. Because when beginners use AI with discipline, maturity, and intention, they stop being beginners. They become architects of their own wealth. They become students of probability. They become creators of long-term financial stability. This is your moment to enter that world, to step into an era where intelligence is no longer limited by memory or emotion, where clarity is no longer a privilege but a tool, and where your portfolio becomes the living reflection of your smartest decisions. AI is simply the torch. You are the one who must walk forward. And once you do, you will never manage money the old way again. And as this journey reaches its final breath, understand something deeper than strategy, deeper than tools, deeper than charts, deeper even than the technology shaping the future. Wealth is never just about money. Wealth is clarity. Wealth is decision. Wealth is alignment between who you are and who you know you can become. AI is simply the bridge, an extension of your intelligence, a magnifier of your discipline, a stabilizer for your emotions on the days the market tests you, shakes you, pushes you to question your path. But the journey is still yours. Because in every era of human progress, there came a moment when ordinary people stepped into extraordinary potential. Farmers who learned machines, citizens who learned computers, dreamers who learned the language of the internet. And today is the moment when investors learn the language of artificial intelligence. This is not a luxury. This is not a trend. This is the new literacy of wealth, the new currency of serious investors. The new armor for anyone who dares to build a future in a world where data flows faster than emotion, where markets move faster than thought, where opportunities appear and vanish like sparks in the dark. You are standing at the threshold of that transformation, and as you step forward, remember, AI does not guarantee success. It guarantees clarity. It guarantees insight. It guarantees that you are no longer navigating the financial world blindfolded. The decisions are still yours. The courage is still yours. The discipline is still yours. But now, the guidance is stronger. The vision is sharper. The path is illuminated by intelligence that doesn't sleep, doesn't fear, doesn't hesitate. And when fear enters your mind, because it will, AI becomes the anchor that brings you back to logic. There will be days when the markets swing like a storm and the inexperienced panic. There will be nights when global news shakes entire sectors and the emotional investor collapses under pressure. But you will breathe differently, think differently, move differently, because your decisions will not be driven by noise. They will be driven by insight, probability, structure, data. And this is how disciplined portfolios outlive chaos. This is how intelligent investors outlast storms. With AI as your partner, every setback becomes a lesson. Every rally becomes a data point. Every correction becomes opportunity. Your portfolio becomes less of a gamble and more of a strategy. An evolving system that bends but does not break, adapts but does not drift, grows but does not lose its anchor. And one day you will look back at the version of yourself who once entered the markets with nothing but hope and ambition. You will see the growth. You will feel the transformation. And you will understand that this moment was the turning point. The moment you stopped investing blindly. The moment you stopped reacting emotionally. The moment you allowed intelligence, real intelligence, to shape your path. You are not just learning AI. You are learning mastery. You are learning resilience. You are learning the architecture of long-term wealth. This is your era. This is your evolution. This is the beginning of your intelligent financial future. Just step forward and let the data guide your destiny.